Hello. Yes, I'm currently walking. Don't mind it, but not like walking. I'm just going to the car. But I just finished this book, guys. Wow. Definitely not a very summery, splashy read. Honestly, none of my books seem to be. And that kind of makes me nervous. I just wanted to have good times, bro. But the way that this just ended was not a good time. The opposite of a good time. So, wow. That's one of those things that I'm going to have to I don't know, sit and think about, not really think about, but just sit with a little bit, you know? It's hot as shit in here. And I was gonna move right on to Sea of Tranquility. I might need a little bit of a break, honestly. Also, I stupidly left my fucking chapstick in here with the fucking car being 98 degrees right now. Okay, stupid me. It's probably more than that. It's probably 110. But that's that update. I just really needed to say something about the discomfort of evening. I can't believe I just read what I read. That was really depressing. Okay. Hello, good morning. It's a new day, and I haven't finished the book. What do you want from me? But I have gotten to page 80 in this amazing book. I am loving it so much so far. It's the only thing that I've picked up for the rest of the books that I'm gonna read. Also, I haven't even talked about the rest of the books I'm gonna read. So for this vlog, I'm going to be reading Sea of Tranquility. I'm going to be reading The Guncle. It's behind me, outline. That's also behind me. It's being held up by my camera, my phone. Okay. I think those are the only books that I have left, except for I also have Impulse, which is going to be for my childhood favorite, like an Ellen Hopkins book. I've been wanting to read another Ellen Hopkins book for a minute, some of the most darkest, depressing shit you can ever read in those fucking books. So that excites me. No, I just want to see what 15-year-old Kai thought was dark and depressing. I bet I'd be I literally did that the other day. It's honestly a very, very, oh, and in True Blood. Okay, I forgot about that. That's somewhere else. Or in True Blood, in Cold Blood. That's not here either. I was not prepared for this clip because I really just was gonna be I really am liking this book so far. I don't know what to expect. I am so basically what's happening is it's set in different timelines, set in different years. And the first one was in 1912 and it was following this guy named Edwin. And there was this moment that we never got explained. Some really drastic, he's I think I fucking witnessed something supernatural. And it kind of ended. That's where that ended. And we never get back to 1912. It doesn't seem like we really see that. So I think it's good. And then we get to 2020. And kind of more or less the same thing happens. Some weird shit is going down and then it ends. And we're okay, what's gonna happen next? I don't know. And then we get 2203 and it goes on. That's where I'm at right now, is 2203, where there's this author who is supposed to be influenced by this author herself. And she's on a tour and she lives on the moon colonies that exist within this book. See, it's so hard to say the plot. I don't know how to even articulate the plot at all. I don't know what this is about still. But then she goes on Earth to tour. Her parents live on Earth, and that's a whole thing. And so I'm curious to see what the moon colonies entail, more of that. I'm curious to know what that supernatural thing that Edwin experienced was. There's another section in 2020. This girl, she was you're the guy who was there when these people got shot. You shot them. Why are you here? Follow me. And how did you know my name? Because that was the last thing he said. And that was the last part of the chapter, is he said her name. And she was what the fuck? And then we went to then we went to 2203. Isn't that so crazy and suspenseful and just page turning? I want to know what's going on. So I'm going to read as much as I can today and hopefully honestly finish it. That's the goal. So here we are. Okay. The worst books ever. Hello, it is bright and early in the morning. No, it's 9 o'clock. I'm just putting on a character, I'm sorry. I'm here to say I have been reading this. I'm not done with it. But I almost am. Oh my god, I put it in the, oh no, I put it in the ashes. I'm a mess when I like smoke and I get ashes everywhere, and so there's some on my desk. Anyway, I am loving this. I don't know which one to hold up. This is better since it's such a pretty cover. Gotta give it its screen time that it deserves. I have like 30 pages left, guys. I'm almost done, and the last 30 pages are pretty quick. Like, some of them are like paragraph long chapters, and then it goes to the next one, and it's like, so it's gonna be going really rapidly. But I wanted to say that, like, I've been reading it. I read it all yesterday, and then like I'm just finishing it up now, and like absolutely loving it. It's like things are coming together. I love watching the things come together. I'm like, oh, like, and there was like an element to it that I predicted, but it was like kind of obvious where it was going. And like, if you've read this book, you know probably what I'm talking about. I don't know how much to say without spoiling it, because this is a hard book to describe and a hard book to like talk about without saying too much, you know? But it's really cool. Like, it's just a sci-fi like adventure, and like when you pick it up, you can kind of instantly see what you're in for. Like, the beginning of it starts with like the contents here. It's like a chapter, and it says like 1912, and then like another chapter says, or section I should say, not chapter, sorry. It says 1912, 2020, 2203, 2401. Like, it's different. It takes place in different years. Like, we are looking at so many different timelines and things that happen in the future, and like all this stuff. It is phenomenal. This is exactly the type of sci-fi that I absolutely love. Like, I love a good like utopia in space type thing, or like the moon colonies, you know what I mean? Like, I like that kind of thing. And I like the other element that it introduces. Like, I've always loved that kind of stuff. So I keep saying like the element, but like, it's because I don't want to say what it is, because I don't want to like ruin anybody's reading experience. So I'm gonna go finish this, I think, and then after I'm done, I'm gonna try to read In Cold Blood like all day. Listen to, more like, because I have it on audiobook. It's really interesting. I think, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to think of how many books I have to finish before the end of the month, but I think I only have 4 books, and I only have 4 days. Did I even count? Okay, Impulse, The Guncle, Outline, In Cold Blood, and then like, I guess the rest of McGlue, which is like 30 pages, and then the rest of this, which I'm literally about to finish, so I'm not gonna count that. So I think I only have 4 books to read in 4 days. I thought I had like 5 books to read, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish Sea of Tranquility, and I'll get back to you guys. I finished it. Tell me how, in the last 5 pages, it got even more like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it got more what the fuck. And then it ended. It ended in like a succinct way. Every question was answered. Don't get me wrong. But it was something that I was not expecting. It was like a Blake Crouch moment. Like, it was like that kind of sci-fi low-key. Not gonna say too much. Not gonna tell you the ending. I'm not gonna tell you the ending, of course. But I just finished it. I think this is gonna be a 4.5 star. Okay. Now I'm gonna move on to my next book. I've gotta crank out those books, for real. I guess in Cold Blood. Well, actually, I'm probably gonna walk to the convenience store first so I can get some caffeine in my system, because I need it. Hello, everybody. Good morning. I have been reading some books. Trust me, we have 4 days left of this readathon. For me, kind of technically 3, because I want to post this by the 31st, this Sunday. So, kind of 3 days. But that's perfect. Well, maybe not. I was gonna say that's perfect because I have 3 books. No, the fuck I don't. I've been reading In Cold Blood. I'm actually invested. I was not expecting to like this so much. It's for the prompt to like read something out of your comfort zone, and like this is true crime. I never have picked up a true crime book before, but I've had this book for a long time, like 2 years probably, and so it's just another one that I need to get done, but I haven't picked it up because it's like not my go-to, but I'm really liking it. It's like written like a fiction almost, like it sets up the characters and the setting and like all of this stuff, and like it's like it leaves you in anticipation. It's pretty freaking cool. I wish I had a place to put my camera. I don't think I do, and it's getting hot, so I'm opening the door. I was really trying to find a place that I could put this without me having to hold it, but I don't think it's gonna be able to happen. Anyways, I have been reading Impulse. If you know, you know. Yes, this is an Ellen Hopkins book. This is for the prompt to like read a childhood favorite, and like whenever anybody would ask me what my favorite book was when I was about like, well, see, I would be like, I like reading and writing, but I would barely do either of those things. And one thing that I did read was these, and like, so I would just say, oh, Impulse by Ellen Hopkins is my favorite book, so that's why I'm reading it. And honestly, I was like expecting to read this and be like, LOL, this is so cheesy, this is so funny, this is so 2012 or whenever the fuck this book came out. Oh my god, I can't believe I read this when I was younger. This is so goofy. Oh shit, 2007. This is so 2007. But you know, not a once have I gone there yet. I'm kind of liking it. I didn't think I was gonna like this when I reread it, but I'm here for it. So this is actually really easy to read. I know it looks intimidating. It's actually 666 pages, but it's not very, again, if you know, you know, but Ellen Hopkins writes in this like prose where it's like kind of looks like poems or something. So it's really easy to get through. Like, it's not as intimidating as it looks. And then lastly that I have here is just McLou. I still haven't finished the 40 pages that I said I was going to finish in like my last vlog, part 1. Go check it out. But I could honestly sit here and do this right now while I'm here in the car, like, because I wanted to read all of this just outside, because that was one of the prompts, and this is also for the prompts like easy breezy, less than 200 pages, 200 pages or less, whatever. But I haven't finished it because I haven't really had time. I haven't been outside, so if I can finish it. Like, I have like 40 pages, like I just said, probably less. So those are all the books that I've been reading, and I have 2 more after these 3 books. So in the next 3 days, I gotta finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I don't know why I counted. Like, that was so stupid. But, you know, in Cold Blood, I'm almost done with. Well, almost done with. What the fuck am I talking about? But I'm like almost at the 50% mark, I should say. And I'm gonna I'll be able to finish it today. And I'm hoping to finish Impulse today. So that's the plan. I am sitting here in this car, and I think I'm just gonna read. Don't ask why I'm in a car, because I'm not gonna answer. That sounds cryptic and weird. I didn't mean for it to be like that. People just passed by, and hope they didn't hear that. That was crazy, because I just yelled at myself. Well, it looked like I was yelling at myself. I'm yelling at the camera. Oh, I feel so awkward now. Okay, we're done. We're done. The chair for like the first time in way too long. I never sit in this chair anymore. I just sit on the ground. I just want to say that this book's spine is fucked. That this is done. I finished this last night. It was all right. I gave it a 3-star. I will talk about it a little bit later. For right now, I just wanted to say that I have finished this, and my plan for the next 2 days, 1.5 days, I should say, is to finish this one. I am on page 322 out of 666. Again, pretty easy to get through. Like, I can read 100 pages in like, well, I'm trying to estimate, probably 150 pages in like an hour. So, not bad at all, right? And then I lastly have these two to read. Which one do I start with? I think I'm gonna start with the big, like the one with like more pages, which is the Gunkel. This one is like a lot more of a faster read. Yeah, it's only 249 pages. Hopefully I can actually like get through it. Maybe I'll like interchange all day, like read a chapter and like keep doing that. Maybe I should read these during the daytime and this one like kind of at night. I think that's what I might do, because like this is such an easy thing to get through and I haven't really started these. Well, I have a bit ago, like a while ago. These are two books that I like never actually got around to finishing. I like read 20 pages and then put them down. So that's cool. I'll probably start from the beginning, at least for this one. Probably not this one. But okay. That's the plan for the day. These three, and then I am done with the summer splash readathon that I've been having a blast with. By the way, it is the 30th. I don't think I updated a solitary thing yesterday. So yeah, I have today and like, that's why I said a day and a half, like maybe tomorrow. But I gotta get my shit together. So I'm gonna read as much as I can today. It's gonna be a reading day. Hopefully. Hello, so it is now August 7th, which means this video is very, very late, but I'm trying to upload it today, and all I have to do is talk about two books. You might be thinking, too, last clip we saw that you had to still read 4 or still talk about 4. Well, I actually have these with me because at one point I was just planning on reading them on August 1st and really getting done with these two books. It seems it's not going to happen. Again, it is August 7th. So we're just going to act like these books were never mentioned. I was too ambitious, and I have a habit of doing that, and you will probably see throughout my videos that I always think I can read more than I can. So I'm not going to be talking about those two, but I have not talked about In Cold Blood or Outline yet, so I guess that's what we're doing here and now. In Cold Blood. I don't really know much more to say. I talked about how the writing was really good and I really liked it. Like it did not read like fiction in the slightest. Like nonfiction in the slightest. Like it just flowed so well. I only gave it a 3-star, but it just was like, I'm glad that I got to read it. The freaking crime itself was pretty crazy, and like it's just so interesting how they made you like really know the characters. They made you even know the family like before they died and know the people who killed the family and all of this stuff. It was a very interesting way of writing a true crime. Like if all true crime was written this way, I'd be here for it. Like it, again, did not feel nonfiction in the slightest. It's like, what do you say about something that's not fiction? Like, you know, like I'm not doing this plot based, of course, like it actually happened, like, you know. So I guess that's all I'm gonna really say about that one. And then Outline by Rachel Cusk. I finally got to this one. I have been waiting, like I've had this book since November, and I started it like the day after I got it, and I got up to page 20 and I never picked it up after that. So I'm glad that I got to it this August or this July. Oh my god. I went through like all the months ever. Anyway, this book is about like a woman. I don't think she's ever named. And she is a writer, but we don't really know much about her except for that she's a writer. She's on her way to Athens to teach a class. And along the way, she meets a lot of people, one being like the person who she sits next to on the plane. She calls him neighbor, and like people who like around where she was staying when she was in Athens. Like it talks so much about everybody around her and not much about her. But at the same time, you find things out like through dialogue that she's always talking, or somebody else is always talking. Like it's a big like book on like with a lot of it's not a big book, like it's 200 pages you saw, but like it has a lot of dialogue. Like it's heavy on the dialogue, and that's how they explain the story, that's how they show the narrative, and I really, really like that. I really wish I had the book here because I think that book deserves some screen time. Are you kidding? Like I just really like the cover. It's simplistic, and I like the aesthetic that Rachel Cusk books all have. Like, you know, the white outline ones. Anyway, outline! Not really. She explains, like, she kind of, like, you see why it's called outline in the book. And it's just like, we're all an outline of everybody else that exists, kind of thing. Whatever. What did I give this? A 4? I think so. I feel like I've brought up the word sonder before, but it's like to realize that you're not alone, like, in this world, and everybody is experiencing things that are like what they're experiencing, you know, everybody's like living their own life basically. And like the realization of that, and I loved it. And it was exactly that. Like, it was very much everybody, like, seeing so many different, like, perspectives and stories. Like, everybody was telling, like, the main character stories all the time. And it was perfectly can be summed up as it made you feel a sense of sonder. How do you even use that word? Made you feel a sense of sonder, or it made you feel sonder, or what? I don't know. Anyways, okay, I want to be done with this. I want to upload this today, like I just said, so I have to edit this clip and then download and do all my things. And thank you so much for watching. That was such a weird transition. I know this is really weird, but like I said, it's August 7th. Like, I don't have like an official like ending, I feel like, and this is just messy. It's a messy vlog. Don't watch it. Don't watch this one. I'm coming through with better things, like better situated vlogs where I take into account time management. Could you believe it? Time management? Me? Anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and pretend like it's not August 7th when I am uploading this, because, by the way, I meant to upload it on July 31st or August 1st. So anyways, have a great day. Great Sunday. Posting this on Sunday, filming this that same day. Have an amazing Sunday. That was so dumb.